Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paramyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. This parampara which is going on, this is not one day affair. This is Shankaracharya who's, what is the parampara which we belong to? Shankaracharya. We both. You are also from that because you are listening. If you are listening, I will add that. And where does this Shankaracharya parampara lineage go back to? It goes to Lord Shiva. And he himself is Dakshinamurti when he is facing south. See? So these words, these analysis, these arguments that are the way it is being presented, why I am taking support of all these words here is because I don't want to make a mistake. So if I take that and I just add or whatever is required, I add to it as long as it is in the correct context. But I don't want to imagine what the context is. Because imagination means again I'll go in, mind can go in any direction. See? So, what we are doing to the best of our ability, our teacher did the same thing, his teacher did the same thing, Shiva, he is all knower, he expressed, how did he express? As Maunam, as silence. Then these words came out, see, for our benefit, for our benefit. So, when out of silence, waking and dream are happening, isn't it? Manifestation and manifest. Is it happening for our benefit? Meaning, it is happening. But when we think we are a waker, are we interacting with the world to grow? Or are we interacting with the world to crystallize our ego and become more individualistic? Or are we interacting with the world in such a manner that our potential, which is infinite consciousness, gets unleashed? When we think in this manner, it will get unleashed. We are still using the words, but it unleashes our true nature. See? Trigger. Age is a trigger. A girl who is at a very physical level, a girl 7-8 years old, she is not hit puberty, but when she reaches that particular point, she is ready to be a woman. See? When you get married, you are ready to be a husband. Bachelor husband ho hi nahi sakta. You cannot be a single and a husband. You have to be married and then husband. Then the husband unleashes, the potential of being a husband unleashes, expresses out. So these words are not to unleash the limited potential. No, here we are trying to unleash how everything is that one. In the first verse, where were you brought? You are brought back to your original self, the Atman. Now in this verse, who is that? So with regards to the body and your experiences, you are, and to the world. Now, who creation? We are talking about creation. So who created this world? Did I create the world? Did Lord create the world? Is the creation a product? Or is creation a manifestation or unmanifestation? Is creation a phenomena? What is the material which has gone into the creation? All these questions we have been looking at. And if we are assessing the whole thing in the paramparic way, in the way the teachers have taught and passed on, then if they got the knowledge, there is a possibility it will click to us also. If we keep engaging with again and again and again, that's why we keep doing the satsang again and again. If you keep engaging with cooking again and again, you will become a good cook. If I keep engaged in getting angry, I'll become a very angry person. If I keep getting engaged in thinking that I am of the nature of infinite, one day it might just click. Just like one day after drinking a lot of water, swimming clicks. One day after many falling down and scratches, cycling clicks. The balance clicks. It's a click. But provided question is, are we in the right manner, with the right inspiration, with the right attitude, interacting what these words are directing us to? And that is the subjective self, or that is the infinite self. So we are looking at Nirvikalpam, this universe was. So did Bhagwan create the world, or was this world already there before Bhagwan? If world was already there before Bhagwan, you mean to say Bhagwan was not there before? Ishwar was not there and then he came? No, it cannot be that also. Can the world exist independent of? खाना खाया? नहीं खाया? फिर लेट क्यों आए? तो खाना खा लो. आवाज किए बिना. Someone just help them out. So did the creation come about? So if creation was there before, Bhagwan did not create the creation, so the creation was there. What do you mean? Creation has an independent existence of Ishvara? Are they both separately existing? Yes, we have never thought about these questions. And in this Shankaracharya Bhashya, or the Guru in Shankaracharya, or in the commentary that is given, whose commentary is it? Manasodas, by Shankaracharya. Sureshwaracharya. By Sureshwaracharya. So when he speaks or gives the commentary, or when Dakshinamurti is speaking, he speaks like we are doing our Amrut Anubhav. Amrut Anubhav is the direct experience of realization of Jnaneshwar Maharaj. Now whatever he is speaking out of experience. He is not speaking, taking your words and putting. You see? So here Dakshinamurti is speaking his own experience. Lumina. She is here. So why, and this information is very important because people ask these questions: why did Bhagwan Ishvara create the world? Why did he not keep quiet? And he created the world, and now we are struggling in this world. We have to live for survival. We have to live, we have to wake up, we have to sleep, we become lazy, we become hungry, we become old, we become diseased. It's a continuous struggle every moment. And if he created the world, and if we are struggling hard to understand how did he create the world? You have not answered. You are giving all arguments, but you have not yet answered that question. You don't answer the question. The question is wrong. Bhagwan never created the world. Then he says, then what was it? The world was already there, but I did not see it before. Our disposition is, when we are born, the world is already there. Right? Is it a correct conclusion or a wrong conclusion? We will not say anything right now. See, but it is our direct perception. Arey yaar, the world is before I came, I was born, parents were already there, otherwise how could I come? Where is our attention? Where is our attention? Outside. So when you look outside, the world is already there. But did you see the world before you were born? No. So that means the moment you were born, that very time the world became available to you. So both of you are at the same time, no? Another way of looking at it. We don't think in this manner because who will waste time thinking all this thing? Acha, chai banao yaar. Pakodas are finished. Where there is time for all this? So, before, was the creation there before me? I did not see it. So, I did not see it. But then, where was it? Did you see the world when you were in sleep? Did you see the world when you were asleep? Then where was the world? Was it there outside? Was it there? Was it in unmanifest form in the mind? Where was it? But other people experience my body. Other people are experiencing the world. Are you other people? They are experiencing the world. That whole experience of theirs also is unmanifest in your mind. Come subjective. We are only ready to look at everything from the standpoint of the witnessing consciousness that we are. From that point, the moment I wake up, then alone the world is available. Forget about past, present, future. So the whole world is in unmanifest form. Unmanifest form, nirvikalpa form. Another word for nirvikalpa form in our scriptures is called avyakta. Na? Avyakta. Vyakta, manifest. Avyakta, unmanifest. These are all technical words. What avyakta word carries with it in its meaning, manifestation or unmanifestation, is not fully understandable. Therefore, so we said that it is also what we said, it is also avyakta, and what is avyakta? In potential but not manifested yet. That is avyakta, or that is nirvikalpa. And what is that? What is avyakta? Brahman. Where is this potentiality? Where is this power? Where is this possibility? It is in me only. The mind is within me. It cannot express separate from me. So in deep sleep, where is the mind? It has gone back to its source. If we just using the word, it is in me only. So it is in unmanifest form. In waking it becomes manifest. Who? The mind. So that potentiality became unmanifest in sleep. In waking it became manifest. Now look at the total creation. Where is the total creation? It is unmanifest in the reality and it becomes manifest in the reality. See? Still there is one more thing which we have not, I don't know if it has clicked to you or not. We are still talking about a process, manifestation and unmanifestation. But who is Ishvara equal to manifestation and unmanifestation? We have not talked about that yet. And in this manner, where are we? See, from when I gave you the example of yoga, what did we say? The yoni, the breaths, and the experiences are all predetermined. If this is true about this body, did the thought go to what about the whole creation? Is it also predetermined? What is going to happen when, to whom, the ages, the space, the time, all the events that are taking place, is this all predetermined? I'm asking. Now you will find out the answer yourself. When Maharishi Vedyas was given the Chatushloki Bhagavad by Narad Muni and asked, do the job. What is the name of Vedyas? Ved Vyasa. Vyas means expansion. This seat where I am sitting is called Vyasa Peeth, from where expansion happens. So Ved Vyasji, what did he expand? The Chatushloka, only 4 shlokas. And what did he expand into? 36 Puranas. From where did he get the information? You know the answer because you have attended Bhagavatam or you have studied Bhagavatam. Where did he get the stories?
From the 4 slokas?
No, 4 shlokas are pure Vedanta.
It was revealed to him?
Huh?
Got revealed to him from inside?
No. He was the manifestation of the divine. He closed his eyes and he looked back into the cycle of creation. And he found that in every creation there are 36 Puranas. In every creation he has written 36 Puranas. Every creation there is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. In every creation there are Dasha Avatar. And from that information he took and he wrote down all the Puranas. So remember, Puranic, it's cyclical. The creation is cyclical. So he went into the previous cycle. Now you think previous cycle, my God, how can one go? They are all parallel. They are not, you are thinking linearly. When we are saying cyclical, it is a circle. You can be at any point. You decide. If you are the center of the circle, you can be at any point in the circle anytime. Question of attention and staying there. Position की बात है. तो अभी आपकी, right now your position is in this class, but sitting in this class you can fool me. You will be thinking of your family. Physically you are here, mentally you are absent. For one moment your attention is there. Creation is unmanifest and manifest. And the thought is going, my wife is manifest and unmanifest. Story, whole plot is lost. But then you can't stop the mind. It goes in that direction sometimes, isn't it? मतलब जो नॉट कर रहा मतलब उनको हुआ वैसे. All those who nodded were thinking like that. See? So in this way, the Shankaracharya says that not Shankaracharya says that the whole universe is a product, and this universe must have existed before its origination, and at that time, pre-creation time, it must have existed in a potential form, which is called as Nirvikalpa, which is the potential form. Another word for Nirvikalpa we gave you was Avyakta, and here, remember that verse, what did it say? Nirvikalpa, Puna, okay, we are still in the first verse, and the potential form in the undifferentiated form. And where did the universe exist in its potential form? What is the location? If you are saying that the universe existed in unmanifest form, undifferentiated form, where? That's the next question. If it, pardon me? Kya? Oh, let's see. Hiranyagarbha is also relative. He is not absolute. Hiranyagarbha is total. Beyond total, what is there? Absolute. Dakshinamurti Stotram is about the absolute. It's about the absolute. Absolute is, because you said, so I'm saying all this. Absolute means one without a second. So there is nothing called individual and total at the absolute level. But the potential of the absolute to express as the total is always there. And that potential of infinite to express as total is only for the individual, for the sake of the individual, not for the sake of the absolute. The absolute standpoint, it's always complete. So who is talking about individuality and totality? Individual. Who? The macro. Who? The one who feels that he is only this one, not all inclusive. So for him, the idea of totality is presented by the scriptures so that he can slowly grow. Take jump from individuality to infinity. He feels almost an impossibility. You see? And his attention is on the world. This world is, oh my God, who is the creator of this world? That is what we are addressing here. See? But from absolute standpoint, is there a world? I'll give you one example. From absolute waters, is there a world of totality called the oceans or individuality called the waves? Is there? No. Then what is there? Only water. Then who is calling the water as ocean and as waves? Water is not calling, we are giving it the name. Is water calling itself? No. The gold statue of Ramji is there and Ravanji is there. From gold's point of view, there is no Ram and Ravan. Then who's calling it? Someone outside the gold. That is us. From sun's point of view, there is no day and night. Who's calling day and night? We. Someone other. Some individual is saying. So for whom is the totality and individuality? The micro and the macro? It is for the individual. It is not for the absolute. Make this very clear. From absolute standpoint, everything is absolute at, I can't even say at all times, because even time doesn't exist then. Space, time and objectivity are again for individual. And who is total? Oh, he is given a vision. Oh, the master of space, time and objectivity is total, Ishvara. But it is only to उसको we have made that individual, जैसे बच्चे को खिलौना देते हैं कि okay, you play now yourself. So to this individual you give this खिलौना, this toy of the one beyond the space, time and objectivity. And he starts thinking, pondering, Arey, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? While searching for it, suddenly he falls into it. And he finds he is that. Story over. Tattvamasi. He comes to realize, I am that. Khelte khelte. If you become serious, you will remain there only. So, and therefore, before its original, the universe was existent potentially in Brahman, this we have already mentioned, and here when he says Bijasya Antaha Iva Ankuraha Jagad Idam Prak Nirvikalpam Puna. The first part of the verse, he says that Bijasya Antaha Ankuraha and Iva. Like. Iva means like. Like what? Like the Ankur. Ankur means the sprout. Like the sprout is unmanifest inside the seed. Potentially existing in the seed. And Ankura means, here Ankur means sprout. But for our understanding, what will be Ankur? Ankur is equal to the creation, the cosmos. We use the word, not cosmos, creation. It is in potential form, and what is the seed? He is in the undifferentiated, unmanifest form, potential form in the Brahman, or some people even use the word. Same language is there for in Bhakti Shastra also, for Ishvara also they will use the same. And then Brahman, the universe was existent in Brahman, but it was existent in what form? It was available in Nirvikalpa form. Again, we are repeating it again and again only for one reason, so that this sequence gets established in our mind. That our mind keeps going in that angle again and again. You must have heard many times, even though I am taking the Shankar Bhashya and I read a little bit and I start explaining, and whatever the next explanation is, I have not read the Shankar Bhashya, but answer, that alone is coming afterwards. So your mind is automatically going in that direction. So you don't have to think. All these ladies, you don't have to think how you have to cook. You stand in the kitchen, apne pe haath, automatically the hand goes, open this drawer, throw this, throw that. Automatically, you do not consciously doing, should it be 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams? If you start calculating, dal ka bhatta baith jayega. Nothing will come out correct. You see? But it goes automatically. So the tree was existing in the seed before its origination in potential form, but when the tree exists in its potential form, our understanding is a little bit different, and we do not say, our language is, we do not say that the tree exists in the seed. What do we say? Even though that is the truth, but we don't say that. What do we say? We say that tree was existing in the form of the seed. Isn't it? This is how we use the words. Exactly the same way, the creation was existing in the form of the reality. We don't say creation was existing in the reality. We don't say tree is existing in the seed. We say tree is existing in the form of the seed. Where is creation existing? Creation is not existing in the reality. Creation is existing in the form of the reality. See? Let it sink in. So even though the tree is potentially existing in the seed, that is the truth, that is the fact, but our expression is different, and we say tree is in the form of the seed. And in the same way, when we look at this creation, we must also apply it here, that the creation is appearing in the form of the reality, the Brahman, in the form. So seed alone is the tree, Brahman alone is the creation. Now you got still one problem here. What is the problem? Think loudly. What is the shortcoming in this statement?
When Brahman alone is
No, shortcoming.
the duality.
No. The seed vanishes and only tree remains. Seed vanishes, tree remains. Does Brahman vanish and only creation remain? Now this will be addressed. Brahman does not vanish. Brahman remains. Vedanta says the unmanifest world was existing in the form of Brahman itself. So the teachers, they say the universe was in the form of Brahman, and therefore before the origin of the creation, it was in the form of Brahman. So before the origin of the tree, it was in the form of the seed. Before the origin of creation, it was in the form of Brahman. Now you come to apply it on yourself. Before the origination or creation of waking, dream and deep sleep, what was? What was before waking, dream and deep sleep? We won't say Brahman, we'll say Atman. The self, the Atmic self, the witnessing self. That is the material. And that is the creator, out of which the unmanifest waking is becoming manifest, then becoming unmanifest, then the dream is manifest, the dream is unmanifest. That is going on. See? So who are you become now? Or who are you now? With respect to your creation. You are the creator of your creation. Oh my God, too much responsibility. I created these children, I created these people, I created this whole creation, I created this, again wrong. It is happening. Brahman doesn't say I created. And when Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says I created, he is not affected, he is not influenced, he is not impacted by the events that are taking place. He is completely aloof to whatever way the world is unfolding. Are you aloof? If you say, I created, you have already taken a wrong position. You have taken the position of a creator. What is the position of Krishna? He is allowing creation, maintenance and destruction to happen, but he is transcendental to it. Therefore, he can give Bhagavad Gita in the way, with all the angles, all the standpoints. So where are you standing? If you say, I created, again, it's the ego statement. If you can say that statement, I created the creation, and remain unaffected by that sentence within yourself, then it's okay. Mahatmas do that. I told you, Dargah Swami said, not one single word, grain of sand can move in this creation without my permission. It's not an egoistic statement. When Krishna in our last class, Krishna says, Man mana what? Man mana bhava mad bhakta madhyajina mam namaskuru. So offer everything to me, think of me, fix your mind on me, and I will make you one with me. It's not a egoistic statement. That is his direct experience. Aparokshanubhuti, that everything is me alone. Everything is out of me alone. That he has given a pictorial form to Arjuna in the 11th chapter. We can't even convince our small child. And Bhagwan is explaining that past, present, future are all happening in me, everything I am. And he's able to show the movie to Arjuna, isn't it? Just like we show the past movies, how the child was born and how he used to talk and walk and all the, Ucha, I was like this. Child doesn't know this. Imagine. like some girls who used to come to my classes, girls and boys were also there, and I used to ask them questions, and I had given them notebooks, and they used to write down, and I used to ask some questions about divine, or I used to make them ask me questions what they have confusions about. If they have read something, or whatever story I am taking, if there is something that they did not understand, or if I am explaining something, I said, okay, now you write down what is your understanding in the light of what I have said. And I tell you, some of the words that they have written used to bring tears to my eyes, because they were as good as Upanishads. Statements of truth. All those copies are there with me. And they said, Swamiji, give it to us. I said, no, the day you get married and you complain, I'll give you this booklet. So out of all those kids, the first one got married in Pune just now. So her booklet is in her house only, but she doesn't know that. It is with her father. So the day she says, why this but these kids and like that, my husband doesn't listen. Take out. You were wise once upon a time. Because uncorrupted mind. They were, how many? They were 10, 11, 12 years old. So fresh. My uncluttered mind. All you have to give it, just like in a ship, the sail has to be adjusted a little bit and it reaches the correct destination. So you ask the right questions to these kids, and their mind, which is without any idea, but full of potential, you give it the direction and it comes to the right conclusion. So thrilling it used to be. And I'm not talking about 10, 11. Sometimes some of the booklets I have which were 6, 7 years old also, they are there. This is how rishis must have collected all the Vedas. So therefore, the universe was in the form of Brahman, and it was in this manner it was the Jagat, the cause of the creation before its origination. How? It was in the form of Brahman. And then what happens? Here it says, Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitrya chitri krutam. Today where is Divya? Your son didn't come? He is 3 years old. 4 now? 3. Last year, 6 months ago. 6 months ago, when we did the first part, this fellow, 2.5 years old, has by-hearted the entire Dakshinamurti Stotram. And not by reading, he can't read. He used to listen to Anubhavananji because she was listening to him. And this fellow is repeating. And one day she called me, Swami, listen. And he's chanting, Maunam yak, maunam yak, jaise bhi wo bolta hai, totala. And in the class, you were there, I think, that time. In the class, he's chanting. When we are chanting, he's chanting the whole thing. 2.5 years old. Amazing. आज नहीं है वो, कल आएगा? पता नहीं.
डिस्टर्ब करेगा इसलिए घर पे.
अच्छा, डिस्टर्ब करेगा. तो अभी इसको किसके पास छोड़ा है? डैडी के पास. अच्छा, he also disturbs. So, Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitrya chitri krutam. That unmanifest world, chitri krutam, that unmanifest world was made manifest. See? When you put a mirror in front of someone, that unmanifest reflection became a manifest reflection. Let's put it that way. But this is limited example. But what happened at the same time? What is Chitri Kritam?
Time and space.
it became, that undifferentiated potentiality became differentiated in different chitrikatam, in different forms, in different names and forms. And what is, on account of what? Desha Kala Kalana. It became, not only it became diversified, not only it became differentiated, it became multiplied, it became not even multiplied, it even became magnified. See, just as from the seed gradually a sprout comes out, then the shoot comes out, then the shoot becomes the sapling, sapling becomes a bush, bush becomes a tree, and it keeps growing and growing. Now look at, if you have been to this place, Bodh Gaya. If you have gone to Bodh Gaya, there you see the Bodhi tree. How huge it is. It's covering such a big area with the adventitious roots. Even bigger than the Bodhi tree, there is another tree outside Calcutta. It covers almost an area of 1 kilometer. Just from one tree, adventitious roots are the branches, as they hang low, they catch the branches, when they touch the ground, they develop roots, and it keeps, like a virus, it keeps spreading. And it's covered more than a kilometer radius. Such a huge, and it's all one tree. It's all one tree. You want to, those who came with me to Sri Lanka from here, when we went to that the place, the Buddha's tooth is there. The queen of Sri Lanka, she brought it from, because they were all Biharis once upon a time. All Sinhalese were Biharis. And they were brought there by Ashoka or his son, or they migrated there. And when they came, they brought the Buddha's tooth. And that has become the, they pray to that. So there also, the tree is so huge, my God, hundreds of meters around. So this is how so when they brought, what was it? Don't say it was only a tooth. No, it was only a seed. Or it was only a sapling. The tooth became the tree. So pura plot hi khatam ho gaya. The plot is gone. So small tree, then it became over the hundreds of years. How many Buddha when Ashoka was, maybe almost before Christ. From that time, it's growing and growing and growing, and it's such a huge one now. Just as from the undifferentiated seed, gradually differentiation comes. I'll stop here. Apply it on yourself. This is all these stories I'm giving you just to keep you entertained. Apply it on yourself. When you wake up, suddenly everything becomes available. Or slowly, first you become available to space, then you become available to time, then slowly you become available to sound, then you will, अरे तेरी की, उसके बाद hell breaks loose. Then you become available to your form in the bed. Then and slowly, if you look at it a bit coolly, slowly the expansion, your awareness of the world happens. Just like slowly your withdrawal from the world every night also happens, isn't it? The world becomes unmanifest in your mind slowly. It doesn't, there are cases, power nap, बैठे बैठे कटक करके चले गए, वो बात अलग है, होता है. Some people have practiced that and become perfect at it. But in general, that the creation can be, where are we? Just as from the undifferentiated seed, gradually differentiation comes, the sprout comes, then you can see the branches, then leaves, then twigs, then fruits. They all differentiation from the past condition where these differences were not there, isn't it? So, what are you available the moment you wake up? You are awake, but the world is not available to you. Mind is silent. No world, no thoughts. You are still thinking, go back to sleep. But if you don't go back, then you become available to the form. In the deep sleep, you are not available to which position you are sleeping. But the moment you wake up, then you become available to the breath. Then you become available to the limbs, whatever the sequence. And slowly, then you become available to the texture. Then you become available to heat or cold, whatever you are feeling at that moment. Then I always become available to tea the moment I wake up. Tea. But not just like after I wake up. Once I have taken my shower and I have put on clothes, पता नहीं कहाँ से चाय शुरू हो जाए. टी it becomes. अपने अभी आज के नए, this is something new I am observing. Last 6-7 months it's going on. I have to come down to have tea. Coffee will not do. Tea. Why? I don't know. And this way, the Vichitrikritam means that it is diversified, it is magnified, it is multiplied. Same. Chitra means form. Name and form, as she says. So Vichitrikritam, in wondrous ways, it multiplies. And what is this multiplication, diversification, multiplication? What is it? What has multiplied itself? One seed has become many leaves. One seed became many branches. One seed became the duality called the root and the shoot. The one seed itself became all the flowers and all the future seeds. What is that one which became the whole creation? Answer?
Maya Shakti got activated.
No, we are not into Maya Shakti right now. What is that one which became the whole creation? The Brahman alone. Brahman alone. How? Through his potentiality. Now the Maya Shakti comes. The Brahman through his potentiality. But Brahman is one. Where has potentiality come from? Where has the potential? Brahman is one. It is one without a second. Then where has potentiality come from in it? It is always there. It is inseparable. Whether you are sleeping or not sleeping, the potentiality of you're sleeping or dreaming or you're awake, the potentiality of being a husband or being a brother or being all that is always there. Only the right environment is required, that's all. Waking, dream and deep sleep, are you becoming waker, dreamer, sleeper? That is on account of identification. But is waking, dream and sleep your creation or it is happening? It's happening. It's happening. So the potential of this taking place was inherent. It's just expressing itself. Sometimes it's expressing, sometimes it's not expressing. In other words, sometimes it's manifesting, sometimes it's not manifesting. See? So Brahman, through his potential, Brahman itself is manifesting, because remember, the material and efficient cause is the same, isn't it? That is the potentiality of the Brahman. Abhinna nimitto upadan karan. Yes. Abhinna, she is taking technical words. I am avoiding technical words too much because then it will become, अरे यार ये पहले तो इंग्लिश ही समझ नहीं आ रही थी, अब now Sanskrit also I don't understand. So I am trying to avoid too much of that. The abhinna means undifferentiated. Nimitta means the efficient cause, and upadan means the material cause. So undifferentiated material and efficient and material cause. That is abhinna nimitta upadan karan. When it becomes manifest, then they become separated, as if. And for this multiplication of one Brahman into the manifold world, what is required? For one reality to express as the multitude of the creation, namely waking, dream, deep sleep, what is required? She answered Maya, but we are not happy with that answer, even though I included that. That may be the truth also. But we are here because we are going according to the verse. What is that? Where are we? Desha Kala Kalana.
Maya Kalpita.
So we are going to that now. So how does that potentiality express because of which you are able to perceive the multiplicity, or how that one becomes the many? Can it just become one as many? Can the gold by itself become many ornaments? Not possible.
Play of Maya.
See? So here he says that as for this multiplication of one Brahman into the manifold world, it requires division. Multiplication is preceded by division. And similarly, one Brahman was multiplied into the world form, and world form on one side and root on the other side, or we'll see what he says. How does this division happens? What brings about this division? Here he says that how do we there are, for example, the point that he is making here, suppose I am here and another person is there, and I see two people, me and you. Two people are there, and one is located here, one is located there. Go with the logic. And another person is located there. Therefore, how has this difference between me and you come about? Space. So the moment space comes, there is, now we are going to Desha Kala Kalana. How is that potentiality? How is that Maya Shakti? How is that Avyakta? How is it becoming many? First comes space. This is our experience. We are not talking only theoretically. So I am here, you are there. What is the differentiating both of us? Even though we are essentially one. There is one thought and there is second thought. How are the two thoughts separated by each other? Space. क्या बोले तुम? टाइम नहीं टाइम अभी बाद में आएगा. तो पहले space. There is space between two thoughts. There is space between me and you. There is space between the two fingers. So I know there is one finger and two finger, or three finger and four finger. So space. So space brings about the separation, space brings about the differences, space brings about the duality, and this, this is one division, and there is another division. And what is the second division? That I am seeing two people divided by space, but I am experiencing both the people. I am experiencing myself also, and I am experiencing you also. So is your experience also. So first was, I am here and I see all the people. Space. What is differentiating you and others? Space. What is the second point? I know I am here. I know you are also there. You are there. So I know both, or I know all, and I know the one who knows all. Who is that? I. So I know both. I'm just taking, forget about all, I'm just taking two here. So I know myself and I know the other one, the one who's located there also. I know this also, I know that also. So, in this way, and when do I know? Now, watch. From space point, space was creating the division between him and me. But I know both of us at a different time or the same time. What is your experience? Same time. What is the conclusion?
There's no difference.
Good. Therefore, space is equal to time and time is equal to space. Only if you are subjectively looking at it in the way we have expressed. Again, I'll repeat it. I am here, he is there. What is the difference between the two? What is making the difference apparent between the two? Space. But the second aspect of it is, I know the two at the same time. I am conscious of the two at the same time. Space and time are the same. Let it sink in. This is one type of division. Another division is that I am sitting here, another person is sitting somewhere else, and now I am sitting here and I am saying that another person cannot be there. Now, and that person is not there. And if you say that another person, I am sitting here and Dr. Raj, he is not there. Dr. Raj, who is not there, is sitting there. If we say that, it's a stupid statement. How can something that is not, someone who is not there can be there? So another person cannot be there in the same place. Here he says that the Dr. Raj is not there. Means if I am sitting here, can Dr. Raj be sitting here? Not possible. But it is possible. Now you will ask why? How? How is it possible?
Another time.
So if I am sitting here and I move away and then Dr. Raj comes and sits here, we say, oh, Swamiji was sitting there and on the same space, Dr. Raj also sat, but at different time. Space is same, time is different. This is how also we can divide. My God. That's why I'm taking support. We keep it simple, no? How is it possible that two people occupy the same place? If in the same place two people should be there, there must be some difference caused by time. And that's what I explained just now. So here he says that therefore Vedanta says the whole world is divided horizontally by space and vertically by time. And what is space and time? Because of that, what is created? A matrix. What is this cloth? Horizontal threads and vertical threads. Isn't it? What is latitude and longitude? And you create the time difference or whatever. And you can... So same way, what is this creation? A matrix. This is called matrix. horizontal and vertical, that creates a matrix. This world is a matrix of space and time. And now, here the teacher is saying that vertical division caused by time is called past, present, future division. Remember, horizontal was space, vertical was time. Vertical division, time, is caused by or expressed as past, present, and future. This is one point. Second point, horizontal division is created by here, there, everywhere. So now all these six are going intermingling with each other like that. Here, there, everywhere, and past, present, and future. समझ आ रहा है? समझने वाली चीज नहीं है. Therefore, multiplication of time is caused by space, and therefore space time is responsible for the perception of the multitude of plurality that we see. And if you remove time and space, there is no creation for us. And that is why we are again and again told, what is that? When you do Nam Jap, for here this is not the point, but I am just taking your attention to one sadhana, Nam Jap. What happens? Vaikari Madhyama Pashyanti Para. What is taking place? Slowly, the movement of the mantra is becoming less, and the quantity of mantra is becoming less. And as the quantity of mantra is becoming less, your attention from the differences is becoming less and less and less. And along with that you lose this. As it becomes less, you lose the sense of time. Where there is more division, you are aware. When you are totally lost in the talk, you are totally oblivious of how much time has passed. You don't know, thank God. Huh? When you are in sleep, where there is no space and time for you, you are beyond space and time. That's a different matter, you are ignorant. But in Samadhi, you are also beyond space and time. Is beyond and this is called here when he says, and who is the cause of this time and space? This is the potentiality which is expressing now. What is another name for potentiality? Maya Shakti, Avyakta Shakti. So she is the mother. She is the potentiality. And it is not happening outside, it is happening to you. Remember, it all starts from here. It doesn't start from there. Now don't go out and look, where did the space begin from? Where did the time begin from? No. It has to be your subjective approach. And in this way, the Desha and Kal both are caused by Maya Shakti, as our Amma said here. And where is this Maya Shakti? It is in Brahman. When it manifests as space and time. When it is unmanifest, only Brahman is there. Potentiality is undifferentiated. Thus, thus this Maya Shakti is in Brahman, and it expresses as time and space. And when I look through this time and space, that one reality, when I look through time and space, when I look through the dark glasses, yellow glasses, I see the world yellow. When I see the world through brown glasses, I see the world brown. If I see the world through clear glasses, I'll see the clear world as it is. When I see the world through space and time, what will I see? Multiplicity. When I see the world through space and time, conditioning, then I'll see only differences. I'll see only multiplicity. I'll see, oh, the world is so huge, it is continuously. What the scientists are saying, it's still growing. And now they have come to conclusion, it is growing faster. and you think they can stop it? Or they can slow it down? It is not possible. Now they are talking about, anyway, it's not the topic here. So when I look through this time and space, the Advaita Vastu, that one without a second reality, appears as dual. So that one reality, what is that one reality? Ekam. What you can say, Ekam Brahma. Ekam Brahma, it is appearing as Aneka Jagat. Anek means multitude. So one appearing as many. And is that not happening with you also? One woman is appearing as mother, daughter, sister, brother, etc. One man is appearing as husband, brother, father, etc. Isn't it? One mind is appearing as many thoughts. See, one room, one house is appearing as many rooms. One earth is appearing as many countries. So are there many countries or there is only one earth? So थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा. Where is our attention? The moment we say this is our demarcation line, we have created countries. Thus, the time and so time and space are the thieves which take us away from the are the culprits which give us the experience of multiplicity, and their mother is the Maya. Maya is called as the cause. When we look at the total world, we call this as the cause is the Maya. When we look at our world at the individual level, when our attention is on ourselves, we call it the mind. Maya. So mind and intellect at individual level is the cause of space-time, and the Maya at the total level is the cause of the space-time. But both are same. Because we feel we are individual, we think there is one mind, two mind, three mind, four mind, many minds. But actually it is only one mind. Just like in the dream, all the people with their minds are there, but you know after you waking up that it was only your mind. One mind. So is true in this waking also. So is true the waking mind, the dream mind, and no mind, deep sleep. And you are other than it. Why? When you take that position, the mind is not able to exercise control over you. It is not able to affect you when you take that position. If you take the position of an individual while living in this waking, if you think you are the waker and forget that you are the witness, immediately you come under the clutches of time and space, which is nothing but the mind. Oh, you are looking very beautiful. Thank you. What diet you are on? Space. You look, you're 30? Oh, no, I'm 16. Time. Age aa gaya na? Very quickly we fall into that trap. I think someone who came today, uncle, that fellow, gentleman came. Not this person, someone, today or yesterday. Swamiji, where are you from? अबे क्या कर रहा है तेरे को, कहाँ से आया हो? चलता रहता है ऐसे ही. So Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitrya Kritri Kritam. So we have to, if you don't know Sanskrit, you cannot break it up. There is Maya, Kalpita, Desha, Kala, Kalana, Vaichitrya, Chitri Krutam. These are the different words in it. And you have to learn how to break it. Chitri Krutam means multiplied. and it gets multiplied into variety. And what type of variety? Here it is told by Kalana. Kalana means here here it says it means Sambandha. Sambandha or influence, diversity caused or diversity of influence, variety of influence, Kalana. Influence of what? Of Desha and Kala. Influence of Desha and Kala brings about the variety because that's the matrix. And what are the difference? Space and what are the different time? Past, present, future, crisscrossing with here, there and everywhere. This is your world. Now you stick to this rather than I was born, I'm dying, this is my space, this is my bed, this is my room, this is my this is... Get out of it. Look at it from this point of view. And if you can't understand, see the movie called Matrix. It will help. No doubt it will help. That movie begins with Purnamada Purnamidam. Movie begins, the background music of the entire movie is Sahana Vavtu and Purnamada Purnamidam. Oh, we didn't, because it's in very modern way it is. But if you listen carefully, that is the music. So this space and time, they came about due to Maya and with the Maya Shakti. And where is this Maya Shakti? Maya Shakti is in the Brahman. So again, now top to bottom, Brahman, whose potentiality is Maya, which expresses as space and time. Space expresses as here, there and everywhere. Time expresses as past, present and future. Crisscrossing of this here, there and everywhere and time, past, present and future creates the multiplicity that you are seeing. This is your world. Now what do? Either you remove the space or you remove the time. Work towards it. Something you cannot remove Maya because you don't know what it is. But you can work with space. I'm sitting here. I don't want to sit here. You change the space. I am 60 years old, but I want to feel 16. You can change time. No, but we do, don't we? In our imagination, don't we do it? In our imagination, I was limping. You all saw me limping. But imagine what was my imagination? I'm running. Every time she used to come, Swami, walking chale kya? And one day she came, walking chale kya? And I was really limping that day. That night I went to sleep. Instead of I am Brahmasmi, I am Ranosmi. I'm running in my imagination. And like that I went to sleep. See? तो ये सीक्वेंस अभी क्लियर हो गया. So now question is, after this sequence is clear, Brahman with potentiality of Maya, which expresses as time and space, which crisscrosses with each other to give us the multiplicity. What is the crux of Maya, Kalpita, Desha, Kala, Kalana, Chitri, Vaichitrya, Chitri, Krutam? What is the crux of it? That even though everything is happening, What is multiplicity is happening because of space and time. Space and time is happening because of Maya, but actually Brahman remains the same. Example, waves and water, oceans are happening, but water remains the same. Ornaments are happening, but the gold remains the same. Pots are happening, but the mud remains the same. See? So what we have to do? As I said, dark, yellow, blue, whatever glasses, what are the glasses you are wearing? The glasses of space and time. Remove the glasses of space and time. दो ही तो होते हैं, तुम तीन glasses लेके तो ना चलते हो. There are only two. One is space, one is time. Remove it. Then you are as you are. If you look at, perceive everything in context of space and time, you will only be talking of diversity. You will be only talking of differences. And when you take out space and time, then what will you talk about? Maunam Vyakhya. There will be silence. Only silence. There is nothing to talk about. But there silence is two types. If you are not subjective while taking out space and time glasses, you will go to sleep. If you are conscious and aware that the space and time glasses are being taken out, like I have taken out these glasses now. I am still aware of all of you. I have not gone to sleep. So if you take a very crude example, but okay. But if you remove and you are aware by some way, with understanding, with some whatever practice you may do, that the time is reducing, the space is reducing, even you can focus on one through breath, through japa, whatever, and you are conscious, then you will bypass the sleep. So silence appears two ways, don't forget that. One is inert silence, one is conscious silence. So we don't want to fall into inert silence. Inert silence is sleep. Conscious silence is samadhi. So be alert, be vigilant as the impact of space and time is reducing on. Mind is nothing but a crisscross of space and time. Mind. And when that reduces, that if you are aware and you are conscious, then you are that conscious principle, you are that reality, you are that Atman, you are that one without a second. There's nothing to search anymore. And this is possible between two thoughts, this is possible between two breaths. Initially, you can practice that. But right now also, thoughts are coming and going, breath is coming and going, you are not coming and going. Body is moving forward, backward, words are coming out and not coming out. Eyes are blinking, not blinking. Vision remains the same. Thoughts are coming or not coming, mind remains the same. I expresses or doesn't express as the I thought. Consciousness remains the same. Because I think, therefore I am conscious. Stupid are you what? Isn't it? So, our point from this verse is that Maya was inherent in Brahman, and then that Maya became space and time, which gave rise to all the multiplicity. So, can Maya be separate from Brahman? Not possible, isn't it? So, what is the material cause of the creation? Material. Brahman only. Brahman only is the material. So, Upadan Karan we have come to. Now we come to the third line. Maya viva vijumbayat yapi maha yogi vaya swechaya Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just sit quietly for a few moments. Let it be consolidated within. Hari Om, Hari Om.